Joe, it's Thursday night, man. That means that it is that time for that SEC Powers Hour. Are you as busy as I am? Because I have been running like a chicken with my head cut off today.
Man, I have been so busy today, and I don't think I've got anything accomplished at all.
I know. I was in and out of the house, back and forth to the school. I was doing all kinds of stuff today, man. So I feel you on that one. Anything fun happened today before we get into the business of the show?
Well, I changed camera angles here on y'all. I got camera one and camera two here. I'm in shot number two here, and I got a different mic. I'm playing like Herb and Rod. You got my mic screen going on here, trying to be all impressive and all that.
Nice, nice.
Since Alabama's terrible, I guess he's got to go with all the fashions.
Ooh, shots fired.
Shots
And with
fired
that,
early.
with that, let's just go ahead and take a look at the SEC news. And it's not Alabama we're going to be talking about, Joe. We're going to talk about
Oh
Billy
no.
Napier and the Florida Gators after the shot that you called last week, right? You went out there and said, guess what?
Oh yeah.
Those Bulls going to be on parade. They're going to be marching. And I had too much faith in all the Kool-Aid. Like I guess it got to me. I said it at the time, color me sucker. And sure enough, Billy goes out there. They play awful. They just didn't get it done, and USF did. So I know you called it. So I can't wait to hear what it is that you got to say about why you called it and what you think is going on right now down in Florida land.
Well, I told you it was a trap game that Florida just wasn't going to get right, and all that goes to tell you is exactly why he's gonna have a big fat, probably one of them long checks. He's gonna fold up, put
Yeah.
in his wallet. They're gonna give him
Yeah.
one of those. He might have to fold it 2 or 3 times,
Yeah.
put it in his wallet, and let it go. But he is as good as the burnt toast I ate yesterday at the old buffet. So
Oh me.
he's done. They can say we're going to give him time. We're going to
Yeah.
get through these next 3 or 4 games. Whatever.
That's
They can
what they
say it however
said.
they want to say it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it don't matter. He's getting one of them long checks that come out of a book. They tear them out and
Uh-huh.
about that long.
The
So
thing
here you go.
the thing about it for me, Joe, is like just the Monday night prior to the game, you saw what went down with Jalen Carter, right?
Mhm.
He spit on the
Mhm.
player, got ejected. I've always thought that was like the dumbest thing. It's the grossest, dumbest thing ever. Like, how do you even get
Yeah.
to a spot where that's the thing you're going to do? But moving on, what happens in the last minute of the game against USF?
Same
Completely
thing.
undisciplined, and they step right up there and do the same thing and got kicked right off the field, right? Just got sent right off the field, gave USF life, and then they go down there and cash it in. Like, to me, that's the biggest problem. It's the discipline. I don't care if you're a good offensive play caller guy. I don't care, right, what kind of defense you run. Like, how do your guys play the game? How do your guys go about it, carry themselves, represent the university? And there's nothing more damning in my mind than that. At a crucial time in the game, that to me is enough to get you fired based on everything else we've already seen. You're still doing that like right
Yeah.
now. That's it for me. I don't see what there is to discuss, honestly.
No, all it boils down to is you've got programs and you can look around the country. It just so happens that Florida is the one that is the example here tonight. But you can look around the country and see example after example of where players and individuals think that they are what's important. They're what's more important. And in football, of all games, it is the game that makes you understand you are not above the program. You're not above the team. You're not above anything else. And if your coach today, and there are a lot, it's not just Napier, but he is
No,
the example here today.
right.
There are a lot that do not have the spine, the coaching ability, or the wherewithal as a person to implement rules on a team that says if you think that you are a singular, a one, in amongst a group that is this football team, bye. If they can't have the backbone or the sensibility to say that, then they're just not going to win. They're just not going to. And I don't care what the program is, what level, what classification.
Yeah.
You're just going to be another dumpster fire at some point, another headline, and another stupid loss like this that gets somebody bought out for $20 million.
It's just right at the core. That's what it shows me. There's just something about it. Everything's fouled up. So here's the thing, since we're talking about Billy and we think he's probably done, regardless of what they say, let's just have a little history lesson here about the last 4 head coaches prior to Billy Napier at Florida. You see the records here on the screen, right? Through their first 40, Dan Mullen was the same as Urban Meyer. That got my attention first off. Like, really? Yeah, he was, because everybody gave Dan Mullen such a hard time. But he couldn't beat Georgia, and they just seemed to never break through, right? They never got to the East when he was in the league and won the thing. McElwain was a failure. Muschamp, middling. And then you got Meyer, who won national championship, and you got Mullen, who matched his numbers through the first 40 but never could break through. They all got canned, Joe. Mullen wasn't good enough. So then they went out and brought in Billy Napier. Through his first 40, look at those numbers. Worse than all those 4. All of them. So if you're Florida, I'm not real sure what you're thinking. Like, if you fire him, this brings back that thing I talked about a couple of shows ago, where if you fire him, which it's hard to see how you don't. I understand that he was trying to rebuild it and that takes time and so on. If he somehow doesn't lose his job, and listen, I'm not like fire him. I'm not a fire him guy. I don't want anybody to lose their job. I just can't help it. I don't want that to happen to you. But if it's going to, he's clearly got a big, huge golden parachute. He'll be fine. So this is not good, Joe. 20 through 40, not good.
Nah. What up, folks in the chat? Still Supreme. Is that Supreme Line?
Supreme One, man.
One. I'm just here at work.
Yeah,
love it.
Hanging out. He's just hanging out. And I see Big Dog in here. He's asking us, is he recruiting decently? What define decent? You know, like, because if you're in the SEC, you can be doing decent and still be like 10th in the SEC. And that might still give you a top 20 class, but you are like leagues behind where you need to be to compete. So, I mean, yeah, I guess, depending on how you want to grade it, he's recruiting fine. This is his best 2 deep since he's been at Florida. But it's not just the record. It goes back to that discipline thing.
Yeah. Carol said it right. And you just made the point, Randy. It goes back to the discipline thing. Carol said it right. Florida has just never stopped being a dumpster fire. So, I mean, you haven't done anything, Napier, to change the culture, to change the dumpster fire that is UF. So, bye.
The thing about Florida that I like to remind people, especially being a Georgia fan, is what you saw under Steve Spurrier, and then for a brief window under the wild, wild west days of Urban Meyer, right? Where literally anything seemed to go. Outside of those 2 flashes, and Spurrier was not a flash, right? I full respect to Steve Spurrier as much as I dislike him as a coach, right? As my team. Other than that, they are a middling program. That was the exception, not the rule. The thing about it is there are a lot of people my age who grew up with Spurrier, and they seem to think that Florida's always been that good and that's their birthright. And it's simply not. They've always been a middling program, and they got it right a couple times, but they haven't been great. I mean, you know, so I just like to put a little perspective on that for Florida fans when they're like, we got to have a guy who's going to do this, this, and this. I'm like, oh, well, who are you going to go get? If you fire Billy right now, Joe, it brings back that conversation we were having in the preseason. Where does your superstar quarterback go? By the way, he didn't play much like a superstar on Saturday, but where does he go? Does he stick around in Florida for a rebuild? No.
No.
He's going to go get paid somewhere, and he's going to be out of there too. So if you fire Billy, you are literally stripping it back down to the studs. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to start over. And so
Yeah.
you can talk about Lane Kiffin if you want to. I don't know that that's going to make you that much better. I mean, Lane is who Lane is. I like him fine, but it's not like he's setting the world on fire. He's the best head coach that Mississippi's ever had. If I were Lane, why not just hang out in Mississippi? He talks about how good Oxford's been to him. I don't know where you go if you're Florida. Honestly, I don't know. You'd have to go get some young guy, maybe. But
well, you know, I said last night, was it last night with Herb and Raj on the podcast? They were like, they brought up Napier.
yeah.
And I said, well, just look a little north. You look at Helton there at Georgia Southern. You know, USC's been paying Helton for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And Southern's not going to continue to afford him. You think that wouldn't happen? I think it would, you know.
What?
I think that's a possibility that Helton would go to Florida.
Oh.
Leave Southern and go to Florida.
But what is he? I don't know what he's got to show.
Him.
I don't know what he's got to show that he's done, though, Joe.
Well, I mean, what did he have to show when he left Southern Cal?
I guess.
You know?
Well, he got fired, didn't he?
Southern.
Yeah. He didn't leave. He got fired.
Yeah, he got fired. That's what I said. USC's been paying him at Southern for 4 years. They had to pay him, and now that's up. Southern's not going to be able to continue to pay him.
Oh, well, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting for sure what's going to go. I just don't know where they're going to go. Not that I really care. I mean, they can struggle as long as they want to. Every day's a great day to hate the Gators. I just think it deserved a little bit of attention. It's a mess.
Yeah.
As in shock as Alabama was the week before, it's kind of that bad and negative around Billy Napier right now at Florida. And I just thought we ought to give it a second, to talk about it.
I told you they were going to come away with a big L there. And
yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah, you called it. Speaking of you told me so, before we get out of the news here, let's take a look at the standings. So last week, I got the numbers right here in front of me, Joe. Joe went 12-5 last week. Randy went 16-1, which brings the season tally to 29-10 for the show, 35-4 for your guy over here spinning the buttons.
That's almighty, man.
And
there was a couple last week I should have held tight to what I believed, and I'd have still been anyway.
That Georgia Southern pick, like there's a couple of them where your braggadocio gets you in trouble on the pick sheet. That's what I'll say with that.
It do happen that way. So.
It has for a while. That's how it goes. All right, let's move on to this week. All right, Joe, coming out of week 2, these were the schools that Georgia still has that the SEC still has up there in the top 25. LSU, Georgia, Texas, South Carolina. You've got Oklahoma jumping all the way up to 13. Tennessee is at 16. A&M is that? What is that? No, they're at 6. Tied at 15. So Tennessee's at 15. A&M's at 16. Yeah. And then you got Ole Miss at 17. Bama at 18 or 19. And then Auburn at 24. And then you've got Missouri in there. So everybody is trying to hang tough, but there's movement. There's stuff shifting around. There's a lot of stuff going on. If we take a look at the broader AP poll this week, AP poll doesn't mean anything, so I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. But Georgia dropped after their play against Austin Peay all the way back to 6. You've got Miami moving into the top 5 right there. I think the top 3 remain unchanged. So it's Georgia at 6, Texas at 7, Notre Dame at 8, Florida State sitting up there at 10. How is Illinois still in how are they in the top 10? I'm not sure what bizarro world we're in where that's the happen thing, but there you go. So thoughts?
My boy Jeremy Nix. Yeah, before we move on, I just gotta comment on my boy Jeremy in the chat. Listen, Jeremy, I know, Oklahoma. I know it's one of those we just discussed. I just pride. What's the saying I'm trying to get out here? Something before pride before the fall. Yeah. OU, I can't. I can't. I don't want to do it. Should have done it. Knew I should have done it. I get it.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
You made your notes and then you ignored them. That's what happened.
Sure did. Made
Yeah.
my notes, moved on. God. Anyway.
All right. So as we look ahead to this Saturday, Joe, there are a few big games across the land here, not just in the SEC. And they're asking you, what's the most likely ranked upset? Notice they've got Tech and Clemson on there, A&M and Notre Dame, Miami and South Florida. You've got the Gators and the Bengal Tigers. Is there one of those that you think, we're not making a pick, but is there one of those that you think is more likely than the others?
Oh, I think there are two. I think there are two on there that are likely. Absolutely, I do. I might go as far as to say that I could consider three. But
I'm with you.
There's two.
I'm with you, but which one would you feel most confident in?
I think Tech beats Clemson, no doubt.
Okay. That one's pretty strong for me. I have that one at number 2. I would probably say the one that I think has the biggest chance of happening is A&M and Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I think that's a big one.
That was my number 1B, And again, my boy Andrew Monaco and Andrew sent me some files earlier. He does some stuff on my station, sends me some clips and whatnot from Texas A&M over there, and that's a strong 1A, 1B for me. But yeah. So you could say Tech over Clemson or A&M over Notre Dame, either way.
Well, I look at this, and the reason it's on the screen tonight is because it doesn't feel like a huge weekend. But when you look across the country, there are a few games here that are worth watching. Like, you can find something if you flip around enough, is what I'm getting at. Joe, the game that I'm focused on currently with the most attention is my Dogs have to travel up to Rocky Top to take on Tennessee at Knoxville. You can see the recent history here. That's 8 straight for Georgia. 13 out of the last 15 times we broke a hobnail boot off in their house. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it's been working for the Vols lately. Now, I just posted my video tonight for how I see this thing going. If you hadn't seen it, go check it out on the channel. Brand new videos up. Be sure to like, share, comment, all the things. You can hype videos now. Joe, did you know this? You can hype videos. I know you can do it on your mobile phone. So if you're on your mobile phone and you're like in the comment section, if you scroll, there's like little dots. If you scroll, there's a place to hype a video. So if you find a video that you really like, you can spend your, I forget what they call them, stars or points or something that you have in your account. You can use those to hype somebody else's video. I thought that was pretty cool. So if you hadn't done it, maybe go check that out, because that's a pretty cool thing. So I don't know. All my thoughts are on another video, and we'll pick this game later. But when you look at Georgia, Tennessee heading into this weekend, Joe, I got to hear your opinion on it before we get into it too deep.
Well, the record of 8, there's one shy of the longest tenure in this competition, which would be Tennessee with 9
That's
wins.
right. And I lived through that hell. That was awful. Yeah. But I was in the stadium when we broke it too. So there you go.
That's right. So that will be something to consider. Can we get to 9 and tie that record? I will have my opinions about that a little bit later on, but I will tell you, I think this is going to be a Larry Munson ball game. I'll just leave it. It's going to be one of those type of ball games.
You think it's going to be tight. You think it's going to be scary. That's what Joe thinks. That's what he's hinting at, in case y'all couldn't figure it out. Well, we'll get to it here in a minute. We'll talk about it. But before we do, we got so much more to get around here, Joe. I'm going to talk about this one for 2 reasons. A, because we talked about Alabama last week. So I'm doing the good deed of following up, right? We were like, what's going on in Alabama? They don't look good. Nothing's working. Then they go out and play ULM. You see the score, 73-0. I mean, are we overcompensating Alabama? And the reason I say that is because I'm not taking a dig at Alabama. What happened is that after this game, or maybe it was the night before this game, there were voices, prominent Alabama voices, who were out there saying, I don't care what they do. I literally don't care what they do against ULM or against Wisconsin. None of it matters until they go to Athens and play Georgia. Then I'll know whether they fixed what I saw. Because until they fix what I saw against a quality opponent, they're still the team that lost down in Florida State in my eyes. Now, these are Alabama voices, not me. So don't hate me. But then they go out and put 73 on the board. And again, I assume that person is as good as their word and they're not impressed. Does 73 points against ULM tell you anything about Alabama?
No, it does not.
No.
It does not tell me anything about Alabama. To me, that is somebody that got their truck, put it on those little thin ass rims, jacked it up with the LED lights under it, then dropped the rear end so that it is useless as that score right there for Alabama versus ULM.
Yeah, I'm just
It
saying.
makes no difference.
It looked pretty, I guess. It looks pretty. Your stats got padded or whatever, but I'm just not going to buy it. I am paying attention to this week because they do play Wisconsin, and we're going to get to that one in just a second, but that one does nothing for me. Joe Vandy went up to the Hokie Stone and scored 34 unanswered on Virginia Tech in the second half last Saturday. I was sitting right here going, look at Vanderbilt. They had the defensive player of the week. They just went up there and just flat out kicked them. You know what I'm saying? Like they put it on them. And I'm like, look at you, Vanderbilt. Joe, they've got me too excited. I feel myself being too excited about Vanderbilt. I think they're going to go on the road this week to play South Carolina. I think they might be setting me up for the fall, Joe. Is this real? Is this gold real? Or is this that flake mica stuff that we used to find in the Georgia mud up there in North Georgia?
Well, my boy Jeremy here in the chat, and Jeremy, I'm on you, man. I mean, what up, Timothy, by the way, and Carol and everybody else.
Yeah, hello, everybody in the chat.
It says my upset of the week will be Dandy Vandy over South Carolina by a field goal in Columbia. Ain't no way that's about to happen. All right?
My, okay.
Ain't no way. I mean, Vandy. Vandy might be some of that. I'm not going to call them fake gold because I'm impressed by them. Okay, I did, but they are not going to go to Columbia and win.
All right, I'm going to speak on behalf of Jeremy. If I get this wrong, Jeremy, you let me know in the chat, okay? Because here's what I'm imagining he's going to tell you. Joe, South Carolina played Virginia Tech the week before, and they were losing to Virginia Tech until they returned a kick, and that changed the game. South Carolina's not that good, Joe. They're just not. They got a great quarterback, but they can't play great defense. They're not that good. Vandy's for real. Am I changing your mind at all, Joe?
No, you're not. I mean,
okay.
I get it, but it doesn't change my mind at all. Nope.
Okay, fair enough. I just wanted to play devil's advocate for a minute. Joe, this one's got a sting. You do it. I told you. Jeremy told you.
I didn't know it. Oh,
I just, baby.
Yeah,
he's gonna win the Heisman.
I know it. Oh, don't say that. Look, I knew it. I knew it when I picked the game. Yeah. I knew it. I was giving Randy one. I did. But I would have picked it the same way again tonight. I would pick it the same way again tonight. Mateer showed me something, played well. Didn't think he would play that well, but I give him credit. I will say that. I give him more credit this week than I would have last week.
Okay.
But it was still all the things that I had notes on my paper where, Michigan on the road, freshman quarterback, blah, 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 all those things. Yeah. Nothing changed. Okay. I mean, my mind's not changed. He plays better than I was prepared for him to play, but 24-13 over Michigan still didn't impress me a whole lot.
Well, I'm telling you, he's a baller. I'm just saying, I don't know that he's going to break through. I got something coming up here in a minute. It's going to shock you. If you're not sold yet, I got it coming for you. But notice a theme in these games that we're talking about here. Vandy goes on the road and beats an ACC team. OU beats a Big Ten team that was national champion 2 years ago. This next one we're talking about, Mississippi State. Joe, Hail State, ring those cowbells.
I knew this one too. This was the other one that just burnt my gourd, man.
You won this one. You picked this one right. I
did.
Okay. Wrong. Oh, okay. No. You joined me. Why did you
join
see?
Me?
Okay.
I don't know. Okay. That's what I'm saying. That's what I knew. And I'm just, God, that's why I'm drinking tonight.
I like Shapen. I told you I like Shapen. I just didn't believe in their defense. I just didn't. And then they go out and perform the way they performed. Listen, I'm not saying they're world beaters or anything, but I'm saying they got my attention, and they're going to win this week, and they're going to go to 3-0, and they're halfway to bowl eligibility for a team that has, I mean, been decimated. So
you see that ring on your finger there? It gives me heartburn. This is the game. This is the game that I will point back to. This is one of the games I will point back to this season and be like, Randy's wearing the ring because of this.
Yeah,
Carol, I see you there in the chat. No way. Carolina finds a way to win. Cheers.
Cannot get my focus to rack, but whatever. There it is.
There it is.
Boom. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right. All right. So now that's a Big 12 team, Joe.
Yeah.
So the SEC had a win over the ACC, the Big 10, the Big 12. I mean, what in the hell's going on? All of a sudden, we went from being the worst league in the country, to hear some people tell it, to now they're going out there and getting quality victories over quality teams from around the country. I mean, okay, Virginia Tech, I don't know quality, but Arizona State, they were a top 15 program, and Mississippi State got it done. I'm just saying, pay attention to what we're looking at here, Joe. What you see on your screen are the power rankings for the folks at the SEC network. Okay. Love them or hate them, they are the definitive place for the SEC. And all the people who host shows over there put in real work to hear them tell it, and they came up with this power ranking. I kind of hate the fact that Kentucky is at the bottom, but notice where Alabama is, tied at 11 with Vanderbilt. So Herman Raj,
Andy, come on now.
I'm just saying, this got to get your attention. I mean, that's what folks out there are saying about your program. And check it out. Look where Auburn is. What? I mean, Oklahoma's third, LSU 1, Georgia 2. By the way, I'll just use this as an opportunity to remind you, I had LSU and Georgia playing in Atlanta in the SEC championship game. So we'll see if this holds. But LSU, Georgia 1, 2. They've got Oklahoma right there after a big win. Tennessee, who the Dogs have to go play this week, is ahead of Texas, Joe. Well, tied for fourth, I guess, technically. So, but I'm just saying, doesn't this look funny? Like, to you, doesn't it look funny? Like the way some of the schools are laid out here?
Yeah, it really does. I mean, there's a lot of funny in this. And I was watching the SEC Network this morning, I believe it was yesterday morning, going through watching one of the young ladies there, one of the hosts, talk about her power rankings.
It was Alyssa. Alyssa Lang. Yep, Alyssa Lang.
Yeah. So it's interesting to see, but it is funny. I mean, Vandy and Alabama there, Texas and Tennessee, Missouri, South Carolina. I mean, really?
It just looks weird.
Really?
I know.
But anyway, all right.
Missouri, I'm telling you, that schedule that Missouri's playing and that running back that they got, and they've got a kid playing quarterback, I'm telling you, Missouri is going to have a good season. They're going to win probably 9-10 games. And it just depends on how it shakes out. Like that, I try to tell people that schedule is going to do them some favors as we move down through this thing. So anyway, I could not put this on the screen. Like, this was very interesting to me. Okay, now let's turn our attention forward to this week. Don't worry, we're keeping it moving. We're halfway through. We're getting to the back half. It's time to talk about the games. Wisconsin making the return trip down to Tuscaloosa to take on Ty Simpson and the Tide. Joe, come on. Who is Alabama? Are they going to go out there and show something against Wisconsin? Because what I heard about Wisconsin, and I haven't watched them play, so I'll know that. But what I've heard, trying to bone up on them a little bit, is that last year they wanted to be that spread it all around the yard, throw the football kind of thing, which never felt like Wisconsin. So they changed coordinators. They're going back to the Barry Alvarez style. They're trying to be big-bodied, run the football kind of football up there in Wisconsin. I don't know that you can ping-pong your way between philosophies like that and get it right in one season, but they're coming to Tuscaloosa to try to run the football and play good defense. I don't know. Who we gonna see, Joe? Which Alabama team's gonna show up? 73 to nothing, or the dudes that's jogging across the field down at Florida State?
Yeah, I think you're going to see some very vanilla mix of the two. I don't think you're going to see 73, but I don't think that they're going to jog the entire ball game. I think what you're going to see. I think what you're going to see is Alabama get out in front in this game in the first half, and in the second half, you're going to see more of what you saw against FSU come back and rear its head. So, I see this ball game as being Bama wins it, let's say, 30, maybe 35 to 17, 20, something like that. That's what I think you're going to see. Bama will come out and get early and then get sloppy late. And
Okay.
that will show you what Alabama really is.
Well, 225's with you. She's like, they're going to beat Wisconsin, but they're not dropping 73. I
No.
agree. I agree with that. I think you might be giving Wisconsin a little credit there for what they're going to be able to do offensively. I could see Alabama getting in the 30s. I would be
Well,
surprised if Wisconsin got over 10, you know.
I just think Alabama's just going to get sloppy. I mean,
Uh,
I think they will revert back to what you see, and that is, I'm tired, I'm hot, whatever. I don't think they have the capacity to keep the hammer down.
the
I just
mental
don't think they're that.
toughness. That's what
They
that's
don't.
what
They're
you're
not. They're not the
Okay.
team to do it.
All right. Well, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out together because, I mean, like I said, that's a game that it looks good on paper, right? The helmets look good. You're like, all right, Big Ten, SEC, but I just don't know that it's going to be that much of a game. Another game, Joe, and this is our favorite segment of the show, the not game of the week. Like it could be, but it's not. It's the not game of the week. Another one that was in the running this week is Texas A&M and Notre Dame. I know how you feel about Notre Dame. Everybody knows how Show feels about Notre Dame, and I know that you are obligated by contract and blood oath to pick Texas A&M every week. So that part of the drama is not
Yeah.
here. But I would like to have your thoughts on what you think about Notre Dame, and or I can go first if you want me to. But I just, like I said, I think this one is a primary candidate for an upset this week. But what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I watched Notre Dame play up at your house. I was up there the other week and
Yeah.
watched Notre Dame play a little ball, and I'm just not impressed with Notre Dame at all. There's nothing about them that they are everything that I remember Notre Dame to be, and why I'm so frustrated with who they are today. They play in no conference. They play middle of the road or just a bit better football always, and they just don't impress me. Nobody there to make the light shine. That golden dome just doesn't do anything for me, and I don't see any reason why people hype them up as much as they do. So,
Okay.
ta-da!
So before we move on, I just want to address it while it's front of my mind. Jeremy asks a question. He wants to know what I think about whether or not, if Tennessee were to beat Georgia this week, would that be good for Georgia with a week to stew on it and then try to go back out and be fired up to play Alabama? Or would it be bad for Georgia in that they're 3-0 and Alabama's coming in and you've got the same Alabama issues you always have, right? So my answer to that question, and I'll open it up to you if you have a thought, Joe, but my answer is I think, well, you never want to lose, right? And I know you're like, if it happens, but I think it would be better if Georgia wins against Tennessee and continues to improve, because I don't think you have to add anything to the storm when it comes to Alabama. Like everybody knows the issues, the history with Alabama. You don't need to add any more jalapeno to that pot. You know what I mean? Like it's already going to be hot enough. If they happen to lose before that game, all you're going to get is a crazy level of toxicity ahead of the game, which could be counterproductive. So that's my thoughts on it. I just think it would be better for Georgia if they win because you can see improvement, confidence grows. They need all the confidence they can get when they play Alabama, regardless of where it is. That's my thought. Did you want to chime in or just let me ride with that one?
Nah, I mean, I'm just going to let you ride with that one. I don't see any
All right.
reason.
So with Texas A&M and Notre Dame, then my thoughts on that are C.J. Carr, the freshman quarterback. I think this is going to be a bit of a oh really game for Texas A&M. They're like, oh, you're a true freshman and you're at home and you're supposed to be pretty good throwing the football. Oh really? Show me. That's what I think. I think Texas A&M is going to get up in the grill and they're going to challenge that young quarterback. And I know that Notre Dame wants to run the football and play defense and all that. But if I'm Mike Elko and Texas A&M, I am shutting everything else down and saying, "Come on, biggin, show me, beat me." That's how I would do it. So we'll see. We'll see. No pick yet, but we'll see. And of course, Joe, this game used to be friggin' awesome. Florida and LSU, in my humble opinion, is a game that should be played every year. When they do the 9-game schedule and they get the pods, these two need
Oh,
to
yeah.
play. Like, I think this
Oh,
is awesome. Here's the thing, though. It hasn't been the same since that Florida Gator ripped that LSU Tiger shoe off and flung it 20 yards down the field a few years ago. Since then, the Gators have been even more of a dumpster fire than we knew them to be. And it has gone completely sideways down in Gainesville for the Gators. So this one is another, not the game of the week, but it should be. Then the Gators going to wet the bed, lose to an unranked USF, and now we're sitting here thinking LSU's going to crush them. Is that crazy, Joe? Are they rope a doping us? Are we going to fall for it and be like, yeah, LSU's going to crush them?
Yeah, I don't see this as being a game where LSU is going to crush Florida. I don't. I mean, it's going to be a pounding. There's no doubt about that. Like, this is going to be a physical game in Napier. You're gonna see him get to come out and bleed after the press, the after game presser, and be like,
Us against the world, man.
Yeah, we played so tough, and this is just, it's not, I don't know what he's going to do, but it's going to be one of those situations where he's going to come out and want to snivel and whine and cuss and bleed. And
we fought hard.
But it is what it is. LSU is going to beat Florida. That's all there is to it.
Well, there you go, folks. In case you hadn't figured it out, Joe's already made like 3 or 4 picks. So I hope you're keeping.
Yeah, I mean, it's just what it's going to be, and then we see a check cut the next week, and then Napier's going to be gone. So
out of there. All right. So you're not giving them much time at all. Okay, so now let's move on to the game of the week. And yes, it's my Georgia Bulldogs on the other side, heading up to Knoxville to take on Tennessee in the biggest game inside the conference and a game that's getting everybody's attention around the country. Joe, game day is going to be there up on Rocky Top. They're going to do that stupid thing where they paint a rock or something, and they may beat up a car with a hammer. They do some weird stuff up there at Knoxville on game day.
Who paints a rock?
They do. They paint it, and then they put like a message on it or something. It's weird. So,
like, who throws a shoe? Honestly,
Tennessee and the Dogs. Joe, initial thoughts, go.
My initial thoughts are, I hate the fact that game day is going to this game.
Okay.
I mean, they'll be there, and then it's going to be a blah, 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 blah. I just don't like it when game day goes to Tennessee with Georgia, and I hate it when they come to Athens with Tennessee plays there. I just don't like it when they're there. I don't. SEC now, or SEC Nation goes, that's fine, but I don't like the other guys when they show up. The only thing that I really hope for coming out of this game is something that I always feel like I need to be guarded against, and I don't know why, because I'm not on the field, but I just hope Georgia gets away with this game and nobody gets significantly injured.
Oh, that field's awful.
Yeah, the field's awful, and it always seems to happen up where somebody gets hurt in this game. For Georgia, and I always hate that. I just hope that we come through this game with nothing like that, at the end of it. I think it'll be a good ball game. It's going to be a higher scoring affair. It's going to be in the 20s and 30s, for this ball game for both teams.
Okay.
And I just hope that Gunner's not our leading rusher, and I hope that we come out there and play well against the team that will expose I believe will expose our defensive backfield, which is something that always seems to happen against Tennessee. You know, it happened in Athens when they beat us in Athens. The last time they beat us, and it just always worries me about people getting injured and our defensive backs somehow flubbing up the game and getting toasted when they don't need to, and that costing us in the end. So that's the two things I'm scared of, the things I'm always watching and looking at when these two teams play.
Well, who do you think is under more pressure, Joe? Do you think it's Gunnar Stockton with so much to prove, or do you think it's Joey Aguilar?
I think it's Aguilar, really. I mean, Stockton, probably everybody will say that Stockton has a lot of pressure on him going on the road to play, but I don't see that. I see him as having pressure on himself playing in Athens, you know, playing at home more than I see him playing on the road. Playing on the road will be a reprieve for that young man, just for what I know about him and what I think. I think going up there, he's just going to get wild and do what he does. The Gunner's going to go play the way Gunner plays on the road. I think he'll actually play better in Tennessee than he does in Athens. So.
Just cut it loose, huh?
Yeah, I mean he's you know, there's those times where you just react and play, grip it, rip it, and go, right? And then there's those times where you're really pressing, and I think that when he's on the road, he's one of those it takes over your body, and you just go play. It's not you pressing to make the play.
So. That's cool. Well, I hadn't heard anybody else say that, and it's a very interesting point because just a couple of weeks ago, I posted a thing with Gunner, a quote from him where he's like, "I'm just so happy to represent the state of Georgia. I want to win for the home state team." You know, it does mean a lot to him. So maybe you're onto something there. Maybe playing between the hedges does amp up his anxiety in a way that not being there, you know, wouldn't. So like you can truly, like his teammates, they really like him. That's not the point here, but it's like you can truly just band together, right? That whole like us against the world mentality in the locker room. There may be something to that. I honestly hadn't thought about that this week. That's pretty cool.
Well, you know, cool. You think, and I won't belabor the point too much, but just from what I know about him and his high school career and the relationship that I have with his coach there, and getting to not necessarily communicate with Gunner, you know, day to day or anything like that, because I did not, but just following his career and talking to his coach and talking about that program and how his teammates played and how they played. And you can look back at his career in high school and see that. I think it's going to benefit him to be on the road. I think you will see him shine and play better always outside of Sanford Stadium than you will in Sanford Stadium.
Okay. Well, I'm going to watch that. That's a cool point. I want to take a second and recognize Jeremy here in the chat. He says, thanks for that video about Tennessee wanting to make the game louder. That video, I couldn't believe that one, Jeremy. I couldn't believe it. Like, bro was like, aren't you scared? It was real loud. Aren't you scared? And I was like, dog, y'all lost by 4 touchdowns. What are we doing? Like, what do you care about? I couldn't even, I was at a loss for words. So I'm glad you enjoyed that video. That was good stuff right there. I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. And it's good too, because it's not a long video. It's just like bang, bang, and you're out. But the point comes through crystal clear. So I'm glad you enjoyed that one. That's awesome. All right, Joe, we've hinted around it long enough. Let's go ahead and do this thing. Let's get ourselves into our picks of the week, right? I think I can do a little something here to make this just a wee bit bigger for everybody to look at, so we don't have to worry about anything else. That, you know, that way we can follow along together. All right, Joe, we got the games here in front of me. We're going to run through them together. Colorado and Houston play tomorrow night. I don't know why. This is a fun color game for me. Yeah. Red and white, gold and black. Like, it'll be fun to watch. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really have a good feel for either one of these teams, so I'm kind of flying blind on this one. Makes it more fun. They're at Houston, Joe. Is Colorado, and their new quarterback, I think his name is Staub, I think is how you pronounce it. Are they going to go down there and get the win and give Houston their first loss, or what?
Oh, I'd love to say yes, but no, they will not go to Houston and get the dub. I love the Houston unis at home, and Staub. I don't know anything about you, bro. but I do know that Houston is.
I don't know anything
They're
about
going
you,
to play at
bro.
home. The Gunslingers in the red. Go
Uh,
Houston. Yeah,
Go
boy.
Houston. I don't know anything about you,
Bruh.
bro.
I know.
My initial pick was going to be Houston, but I didn't think about the fact that you're in love with the Power Blues for whenever they do choose to wear those at home,
Mhm.
and you were going to take Houston. So I'm not going to take Houston. Give me Colorado, and we'll separate this list a little bit more one way or another. So give me
Yeah, there you go.
Colorado. That's it. Give me
Mm.
Colorado for no particular reason, and you can have Houston, and we'll move on from there. All right. So let's keep this thing rocking along. This one
Jeremy's
has
putting me
me.
on the redemption train this week. I hear you, bro. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
do it. This one, Joe, has my full attention. This one has every bit of my attention. At noon on Saturday, Clemson, who I'm not sold on, to put it mildly, and Georgia Tech, who I'm pretty doggone high on. Joe, I think Tech might mess around to be the best team in the ACC, and they're not even ranked.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at right now. I mean, I
Yeah.
know what we saw from Florida State. I'm watching NC State and Wake Forest right now. Wake Forest is up 21-14, by the way, somehow. So I'm not worried about either of those teams being the best in the conference. So I think Tech is dangerous. Who you got in this one?
Yeah, I'm all over some Tech, man. I agree with you. You kind of stole my line there. I think it's funny that Tech may be the best team in the ACC and not even ranked. I totally agree with that. And I have no qualms about taking Tech at home at all, which is going to be funny for me on a personal level with my son and some of his, just graduated high school, and a lot of his friends are at Tech and some at Southern and around and whatever. So there's a bit of chirping going on for his techie friends there.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
of course, girlfriends in Athens. But yeah, so it's funny for me to take Tech, but I will, because I think they're the better team here. They'll get the dub at home over Clemson. Clemson shouldn't be ranked.
I know what I just said to you, Joe, and I meant it. But my red and black blood won't let me pick Georgia Tech. Give me Clemson. I'll be on the other side. Come on, Dabo. Show up. Show me something. But I mean everything I said about Georgia Tech. But for my pick, I'll take Clemson. I'm pulling a Joe show. I'm like, I can't do it. So there you go. All right. Now let's see who's next. Oklahoma and Temple. I keep forgetting that Oklahoma's in the SEC, so we got to pick this one. Oklahoma and Temple. I don't think there's any debate. Give me John Mateer. He's going to throw for 350. Come on, Joe. Oklahoma. Boomer.
Which is the kids, Bill
You're not
Cosby
picking Temple. Yeah, you're not picking Temple.
I gotta pick OU.
That's right. I'm not going to
Let's
let
go
you,
have
especially.
a pudding pop. Let's go have a
No,
pudding pop.
don't, Joe. Don't. That's. You got to stay away from old BC. You can't be messing. You got to don't do that, man. Don't. We're not trying to get canceled on here. No, we're not trying to get canceled. All right, Joe. We're both on Oklahoma. Wisconsin is coming down to Tuscaloosa, Joe. It's gonna be hot. I think it's gonna be muggy. I mean, it's not gonna be hot. Like it's cooler down here right now, so I think they might catch a break, but I don't think it's gonna matter. Alabama's gonna win. I don't think they're gonna blow them out. I think that Wisconsin in their transition is not going to be able to get it right. If Bama stubs their toe, turns the ball over, and this is a game in the late third quarter, I love you, Herman Raj, and every time I text you, you think I'm sending jabs. I'm not. If it's a game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to text you, and it's probably going to be a jab because y'all cannot go out there and let Wisconsin push you around. It can't happen. They blew them out last year up at Wisconsin. I think they'll handle business at home. I don't think I'll have to send that text. So I'm on Alabama.
Yeah, I am begrudgingly going to choose. I'm okay, Carol. I'm okay. I made it through.
Check your blood pressure. Are you breathing?
I made it through my Temple, situation there for just a second.
Not trying to get canceled, Joe.
Yeah. as my son would say, the cheese turds in Wisconsin. It's the cheese turds. No,
Hey, let's not mess
Alabama's
around
going
with
to
that.
hang on.
Don't make fun of cheese
Hey,
curds. Don't make fun of cheese.
cheese,
I'll eat some
cheese
fried cheese
turds.
all day.
Yeah, I ain't saying they're bad. I'm just saying
No.
my son called them cheese turds. That's all I'm saying. I have a great video of that. Yeah, it's blackmail. But Alabama
yeah.
will get the win. They will hang on to get the win
Hang
over
on.
Wisconsin.
Hang
They will
on.
hang on.
To
They
get
will
the
hang
win.
on. To get the
All right. Okay. I expect not that we're picking this game. I expect Michigan to get right this week, just for the record, just because. Okay. So, Joe, we're going to scroll on down here. South Alabama is going to go up and play Auburn. Now, I have heard there's somebody that hangs out in Herb and Rod's chat, and he's like, South Alabama's going to beat Auburn, and they're going to beat them on a last-second field goal and win 30-28. He's been saying that for 6 months, that exact line. If the game goes down that way, I'm going to have to buy that man a cheap McDonald's hamburger or something. I don't know, because that would be crazy if it goes down that way.
We'll give you a
Auburn-
sweet Coronado cherry air freshener.
There you go. Auburn is thinking they're pretty good, Joe. Is this going to be anything other than Auburn wins by 2 touchdowns?
Man, it could be. Wouldn't that be funny?
Do you really think so?
Yeah, I really do. I mean, it could be.
Wow.
I am on the fence, to tell you the truth. Like, I'm sitting here at the moment
Legit.
going, I could go either way. Yeah. But for the sake of just the fact that my boy John Nelson's wife went to Auburn, I'm going to choose Auburn over South Alabama. That's the only reason.
All right. Well, I mean, we cannot, like, I can't even come on here and talk about Auburn without giving them a list.
Auburn.
I mean, that's just the way it is. All right. So, Louisiana hot sauce, the Raging Cajuns are out in Middle Earth taking on MIZ. Joe, come on, Joe. I know you don't like Missouri. I'm telling you, though, that running back, he's for real. That quarterback, he's pretty good, Joe. I think I'm on Missouri. Not going to be an upset here. I'm on Missouri. I don't know if they're going to blow them out or anything, but they're going to beat the Raging Cajuns. The hot sauce. Go hot sauce team. They're going to beat them.
What was all that you were talking about earlier about, this schedule is going to pay dividends for Mizzou?
It's an easy conference schedule. That's what I'm trying to say. Even inside the conference, they got a good deal, and they're good enough to win enough to, hang around. That's all I'm saying.
I like Louisiana hot sauce. I
do too.
It's one of my
me too, as well.
I had some earlier, like an hour ago.
It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. It's not. What's
not
the
my
one?
favorite.
What's your favorite?
I like Crystal hot sauce.
Yes, that's my favorite. You think we were related or something? Yes,
I know. Right? I'm a Frank's Red Hot fan too, by the way, but I like Crystal. I
like
put my Frank's on some hot wings.
Yeah, a little butter.
Just sit and eat some hot sauce. I'm gonna probably eat some Crystal hot sauce.
I'll put Crystal on eggs. I'll put
that on everything.
Drop it in the chat. Do you have a favorite hot sauce? Because we'll
there you go
on a tangent.
We gotta know.
We'll do it. So, but I'm a Crystal man myself. I'm with you, bro.
That's the bit next week. What will we show up and put hot sauce on and eat? Drop your favorite hot sauce in the chat, and we will surprise you with what we'll put hot sauce on.
Dude, I slice jalapeno into rings and put that on top of my eggs, and then sprinkle my Crystal hot sauce on top, just to with some peppers and onions and some rotel
green Texas peas.
Huh?
Come on, Jeremy.
What?
I thought we were friends.
Oh,
come on, Jeremy.
I hadn't seen that, bro. We'll have to check that
Louisiana and Crystal. There you go. 225 girl. Tabasco. All right. See? Now we're talking.
That's
you went with the green. The green.
I don't know the green.
Why is it green? Is it the Verde? Is that like a
Verde, Joe.
Verde.
I can't roll my R's. Verde. All right, we're both on MIZ. We're losing them, Joe. We're losing them.
Are we?
No,
are we?
We're not losing the real ones.
Mean, was I on Missouri? I wasn't quite sure.
No, you were on the fence. I'm on Missouri.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, I guess we'll move on. I digress. I'll
Are
take
you on
Missouri.
Missouri?
Yeah, I'm gonna get some hot sauce in here. But yeah, I'll take Missouri.
Okay, good enough. So the next game I'm looking for is our
Verde.
game of the week. There it is. Georgia and Tennessee. Joe, the spread started
Jeremy confirms it's Verde.
Verde. The
Verde.
spread for this game started at like 7.5, 8. Georgia was
Yeah.
the favorite. Got all the way down to 3.5. I'm looking
Mhm.
here and I see it's 4.5. I knew it was going to move back the other way because there was just too much money on one side. They got to balance the books. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I'm not a gambler. I don't bet nothing. Nothing. No fantasy. I'm not betting jack. I don't do scratch off tickets. I don't bet nothing. So I
Oh,
don't care about that,
you
but it
can't win
does.
if you're not in it.
I know it, but it does give you some perspective on how they think the teams are balanced out. I think, and I said this on my show the other night, Georgia, I've picked Georgia to win this game the whole time. I'm sticking with that. Georgia's going to win this game. I think they're going to win by a touchdown. If it's more than that, great. But I think they're going to win and cover. But they are going to be tested. This week is about Georgia having to answer some questions. We're going to find out. We're going to learn Saturday about Georgia. We're going to know some stuff. We might not know everything, but we're going to know some stuff. But I'm on Georgia to beat Tennessee. Who you got?
Yeah, well, you heard me mention it earlier. Going to be a Munson style game here. Okay,
Okay.
it is going to be a nail biter, barn burner, like we're
Okay.
talking Carol's acid reflux in the chat type of ball
Okay.
game.
Well, before you go down the road,
Yeah.
is it that kind of game because Georgia plays sloppily or because Tennessee plays that well and it's is it a good game or is it an ugly game? Do you have an idea of how you think it's going to go?
No, I think it'll be a good game. And what I think you'll see here is I think you'll see people really raise the stock in Tennessee, and Georgia's stock will raise slightly. But, because people will say, well, this is what Georgia is supposed to be. This is the way they're supposed to play. But you'll see the
Right.
Tennessee stock rise significantly after this game. And, they'll talk about Alabama's slippily play in the second half against whoever it is they're playing, Wisconsin, the Cheese Turds. And you'll hear about the domination, just the power shift in the SEC. It'll be a well-played ball game, but it's going to be a nail-biter ball game, no doubt about that. I think Georgia wins it.
Okay.
I think it may actually be a late win, might even be an overtime type game.
Do they cover? You have them
Tennessee.
covering?
What is it? 4.5
Yeah.
points to cover there. No, they won't cover.
Okay. Fair enough. I mean, not if it's a Munson game. You got to
Nope.
keep it puckered. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah,
I'll
it'll
make
be a
sure.
3 or 4 point ball game.
As far as I know, I'm not going to be at the game this weekend as the recording of this show. So, but if I am there, then I'll make sure I hydrate well so I don't pass out. I don't need something that tight. I don't need it to be that. Get my blood pressure up or something. Be like, woo, and, up at elevation too. I don't need all that. Y'all keep it, blow it out. But yeah, as far as I know, I'm going to get to watch this one. So I'm super excited about that. So we're both on Georgia. I can live with it. This next game we're going to pick, Joe, is just so much fun. It is so much fun. I am so happy they're playing it. The backyard brawl, Pittsburgh and West Virginia. These schools hate each other. Like they.
I thought you were going to. I promise for just a second. I thought you were going to say Richmond and North Carolina. I promise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
Well, that's what I'm going to say. Y'all spiders, get them spiders. No, Pittsburgh and West Virginia. Joe, I love this game. I love this game. I don't care if they suck. This game is awesome, and you should watch it if you can. Because I mean, Georgia's on, so I'm not gonna. But it'll be on my jump or on my 4-box or whatever it is I got up there. I'm just telling you. I'll look up the highlights after the fact for sure. Like, this game is awesome. This is a game that I would love to just go to, but I don't want to go to Pittsburgh. I want to go watch it in West Virginia. So if I were just like, where are you going this weekend? I mean, I'm a dog fan, but I'm just saying I would be at this game if I could just pick one. Cause this one, I love it, man. I love it. Who you got?
Yeah, well, I'm always going to choose Pittsburgh in these type of games because, well, you know,
Really?
I mean, I was a Marino fan. He's my
Ah,
Pitt guy,
yeah.
and I'm going to choose Pittsburgh every time. I love the unis. I do. The yellow and blue is fun. This is a fun game to watch. I agree with you, but I'm going to go with Pittsburgh.
All right. Well,
Probably giving one away here.
yeah.
Probably,
Well,
but I'm going with Pittsburgh.
yeah. Well, that noise. Give me West Virginia, the Mountaineers,
Mhm.
baby. That's where I'm going. I've always loved the Mountaineers, all the way back to Major Harris when they played for the
Yeah.
national championship against Notre Dame,
Mhm.
way on back there.
Way back in the day.
Way back there. Give me the Mountaineers. Let's go. I forget the chant. There's some chant. I forget what it is in the moment. Don't hold it against me. Give me West Virginia. I love it. All right, Joe. Now we got another one where they got to play it because it's on the schedule. Texas El Paso rolls in to take on the University of Texas. Arch lost in week 1, goes out in week 2, plays nobody, put up some sort of big old number. He's going to put up some sort of big old number this week too. Texas is going to win, and they're building that hype train. They're trying to bring it back around, trying to get him rocking. I heard somebody could be constipated or have a rib injury or a shoulder, something. You didn't hear this quote from Sarkisian?
Yeah,
It was ugly.
all
All the
the
thing,
wincing.
yeah.
Yeah, and they're
And
like, "Well, what face do you make when you're constipated or whatever?" When he's yeah,
I'm like, bro, I don't
when
need to
you go to
know
the
that.
bathroom. Like,
I know.
Sark, what?
Eat some
Look,
fiber.
it's not natural to make that look every time you throw the ball. There's nothing
Mm-mm,
natural about that. Okay,
mm-mm.
so
I don't think
I
it's a
don't know when he's
shoulder.
got.
I don't think it's
Mm,
anything like. I think it may be a rib, like tweaked an oblique
yeah,
or something like that.
something in the abdominal area there. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Well, either way, Texas is going to win. Yeah, you agree?
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure. Yeah. Okay. Now this next one, though, Joe. This next one's a lot of fun. South Florida said, "Ha! Rank us, you cowards!" And they
yeah.
did. And they did. And now they get to go play Carson Beck and the Miami
hmm
Hurricanes 30 miles from the University of Miami campus out there at the Hard Rock Cafe where your old team, the Dolphins, like to play.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. South Florida and Miami. I don't know. South Florida seems like the inevitable how does it go? Unstoppable object versus the immovable force. They seem like the unstoppable object right now. I don't know. What do you got?
Hey, I'm just going to say it like this.
Uh-huh.
I think there's a I, I think I think it's going to be a hell of a ball game. I don't know
I
how
do,
else to say it. I
I
mean,
do too.
I watched Carson play against Notre Dame. I watched Miami play, and
Yeah.
okay, you beat Notre Dame, but
He had some help. He threw a couple
yeah,
balls that could have been picked, but some dudes made some
yeah,
plays. Like,
I ain't sold on Miami at 5, bro. That's all I'm saying. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
what's the spread? 17 and a half.
Is that what it is? Holy
Yeah.
cow. Wow.
56, the over. Yeah.
Whatever. Florida was an 18-point favorite. So whatever. I mean, you know.
I'm
Dead air,
ah,
man.
ah,
All right, hold on. I mean, I don't have the Jeopardy
how
music
many
queued up.
Jeopardy theme music here?
I'd hit that.
Let me
Let's see.
Purell on this one for a second. Let me see.
Pure
Oh,
rail.
no. I'll get my
Here you go.
hands clean for this
Let's
one.
see. Can you hear that? There you go. Take your time, Doug. Figure it out.
Get a little Herb and Raj action going up in here. Herb talking about my fit. My fit. Nobody cares about your fit. I got your ass whipped on the road. Woo!
Woo!
Let me take Miami. That's what just came up and came out. So I'm
Okay.
gonna take Miami.
You breaking your
Came up
stuff over
and
there.
I broke my mic. Yeah, Jeremy said take the U. So
All
I'm gonna
right.
take the U. All
All
right,
right,
Jeremy.
so
Don't cost me
fine.
one here, bro.
Okay, fine. Put me on the other side of it then. Let's
You hear that?
let you back in here. I hear you. Let's get you back. Give me South Florida then, just because you labored the point and took Miami. I mean, I like Miami. I'm not hating on Miami. I think, they're at home. I like Carson Beck. I think he's going to do fine for them. I just
This
think
one
South Florida's.
gives me Carol's indigestion.
I just remember who Miami's head coach is. I know that sometimes he don't make the best decisions, and South Florida just seems like they kind of just seem like that they're just going to hang around and muddy it up and force a turnover or something. You know what I mean? Like I think that might be
I
how it
do.
goes.
I mean,
So
you're
not confident is what you're telling me.
Yeah, I had the Purell on that one, bro. I might have to do it again.
I'm not sure why we have to pick this one, but like I told you, Mississippi State is going to win. They're going to go to 3-0, Joe, halfway to bowl eligibility. They're playing Alcorn State. So give me the Bulldogs. This is, a good story building as far as I can tell down in Starkville. So I assume you're with me on that one.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right. So now we have Arkansas and Ole Miss. Now, last week, Arkansas played Arkansas State. And the quarterback down there for Arkansas, that dude can play some football, Joe. He's doing some stuff. He makes Arkansas dangerous. The thing I don't trust about Arkansas at all is, I say that, and it sounds harsh. I'm just not sold on their defense yet. If they show me that they can play some kind of defense, then I might be even more all in for Arkansas. Because I love me some pit balls. I just do. So Lane Kiffin, they fought out a tough one last week up against Kentucky. That's always tough to go up there and play. Kentucky plays them physical. Austin Simmons might be a little bit dinged up, keeps turning the ball over. I mean, I could see a world where Arkansas wins this thing. I think it's sneaky. I know I'm saying a lot. I don't know. What do you think?
This is one that is tricky for me. And here's why I say it's tricky for me.
Very tricky.
Because I want that Arkansas LSU game to mean something.
Yeah.
Coming up here in just a little bit. And
well, it always means something, baby. It's the golden boot.
Yeah.
It means something.
But I want it to mean something else. I want it to be beyond that. But I have a sneaky feeling that Ole Miss could go out there and just steamroll Arkansas. I mean,
that could
absolutely
happen.
Steamroll.
It could happen.
Ole Miss is on a current win streak of 2. The longest win streak is 6 for Ole Miss, and that was back in 1958 to 1970, by the way, if you didn't know. In this streak of 71 games they played each other. Arkansas does lead the series 38-30, though. And so with all that being said, it's a coin flip. I don't know, Carroll, Ole Miss by this much. I'm gonna go with Ole Miss. I'm gonna go with Carroll and Ole Miss.
I really
7.5.
I really want to pick Arkansas. I really do. But I feel like I'm giving you a game if I do. I mean, I'm kind of with you. I mean, Austin Simmons has been playing really well. I think, Arkansas. Give me the Razorbacks. Give me the Razorbacks. Arkansas is going to pull off the upset, shock the world down there in the Grove. That's what I got going on down there. All right. I'm not as cool as you are, Joe, but I try.
I think the record's going to be in your favor with this one, too. I mean, you look again at that series record and 2 wins in a row for Ole Miss. It just seems like the pendulum could swing back to Arkansas this year. I think Texas Pete is really good on chicken livers, by the way. Yeah. That's right.
Big fan of a chicken liver. You give me a fried chicken liver.
I ate like 4 of them, though. I'm done. I got indigestion for 4 days because I ate chicken liver.
Chicken liver give you indigestion.
They kill me. I get them from the Friendly Gus down here. Maybe it's a bad idea to get chicken.
Don't get Bales, baby. Bales.
I don't have a Bale.
Road trip to the TOC and
but
get
I have
you
a
some
Gus at every corner.
I'm just
4-day
telling
old
you.
grease, fried chicken liver, hot sauce, and a Red Bull.
No, I think the indigestion comes from the Red Bull. We being honest, if we're being real.
I don't know.
It's the
Could
sugar and
be.
the salt, baby. That's
Could
that's
be.
what's
No,
doing
it's
it.
the sugar-free Red Bull.
Well, then
Sugar-free
it's
Red
the
Bull.
salt. Whatever. That's the problem. That's the problem. All
Yeah.
right. But I'm
All
telling
the
you,
salt.
road
Yeah.
trip to the TOC, get you some slaw baked potato. Oh,
Hey,
that's how you do it.
whole hog barbecue pit road trip for the SEC Powers Hour, by the way. That's coming. We're going to set the date.
I was going to say, we got to figure out a date because you got Matt wanting to go, and like
Yeah, we got
Alice was
some
like, hell
rolling.
yeah, we're going.
Yeah,
And
we rolling.
so, dude,
We're gonna
you ain't
have
never had, you've never
SEC Power Hour swag there for you. Don't worry about it.
listen, you've never had Mississippi catfish straight out of the river. Okay. I'm just telling you, you get out there around that area. That's something else we're going to do. We're going to have catfish and slaw for breakfast. Then we're going to hit up the whole hog for lunch and dinner.
That's right.
That's how we do it. All right, Joe, enough for the food. Never enough.
Never.
Florida and LSU, Joe. The Gators, man, just messing everything up. This is a great game, and here they are putting it up. All they got to do is do what they're supposed to do, show up and play hard. Does Lagway get up off the mat and like shock us? Does Brian Kelly do what Kelly does and face plant? Is that even possible? Is that even possible? Am I just like, I think there's a world where that could happen. You know, they're going to be fired up. What's the spread? 7.5. Okay. If it were any
7.5.
If it were any more than a touchdown, I'd be like, that's way off. I think Florida's going to show up, play hard. I don't think it's going to get out of control. I think it's going to be a hard-fought football game.
31-24 LSU.
Oh, the hook. So you're saying take the Gators and the points, and you're a winner. But straight up, which is how we pick them, you've got LSU at home. At night, that close. I don't think we get there. I don't think it's that high scoring game. I think, now I could be real wrong, because if Florida's going to make it difficult, I think they have to score. So maybe I'm off base there.
Well, maybe it could be 31-23 because the line's going to hose you right here.
Yep.
The line's going to hose
you. Yep. I think
you're going to lose in every way.
I think you're looking at something like it's 17-20, like it's, 17-14, 2017, and then maybe even it gets to 2020. I'm looking at something like a 27-20 final. And I think I'm going to go again. I'm going to keep betting on Nussmeier until he shows me that I shouldn't. That defense played well enough, and he's the reason I put them in Atlanta in the first place. Give me LSU with something like 27-20. Like, it's going to be tight back and forth. Florida might even have the lead for a minute somewhere in there. But I think that LSU is going to, being at home, all the things, I think they get it done 27-20. So I'm on LSU. You're on LSU.
Yeah, I'm on LSU, and I think I got to go to Jeremy's house and eat.
What's he doing? What is he eating? Homemade chili. Holy cow.
Chili, ham and cheese sliders, dessert, homemade salted caramel
brownie.
You had me a vanilla bean ice cream.
Dude, I love a brownie.
My wife's talking about making some chili. Yeah, it's all good.
I love a brownie. Do I do. Texas A&M and Notre Dame, Joe. We know who you're picking. We got this out of the way already. Hey, y'all, Joe's picking Texas A&M because he's got to.
Andrew Monaco said so.
But you can still tell me all you want to tell me about the game, Joe. Why are you picking A&M?
Look, I don't have any secret sauce to tell you. I mean, I will let you tune in and listen to what Andrew Monaco has to say about the game. If you want to listen to WRBJ Radio, you'll hear that coming up Friday. It'll be great. But I just have reason to believe, and Notre Dame just doesn't impress me. I mean, they just do not impress me on any side of the ball. And for that reason, I think that Texas A&M walks them down on the Peacock there at 7:30.
I think I laid it out for you before. I think Texas A&M and Mike Elko is going to be like, show me, kid. And they're going to get up there on that new quarterback and be like, can you throw the ball? Can you throw the ball? Because we're going to find out.
If I were
offensively,
going
I
to sum
think,
it up in one word, I would just say physicality. That's all.
yeah. Yeah, I think that's what won it for Notre Dame last year, and I think that's what wins it for Texas A&M this year. So
Yeah.
Texas A&M, give me the Aggies. Get them, right? Isn't that what they say? Get them.
Giggle. That's
All
right.
right. Well, here, Eastern Michigan, shout out to our fellows at KFN, Kentucky Football
Yeah.
Nation, Tom over there. He is doing a good job talking about them Wildcats. He's got me believing that they're going to be physical enough to win one that they shouldn't somewhere along the way this year. We'll see.
Hmm.
But I agree with him. Kentucky's going to beat Eastern Michigan. Yes?
Yeah, I don't see any reason to doubt that. Kentucky's going to beat Eastern Michigan. Yeah.
I
There's
mean, they're obviously a big favorite. If they let them hang around, then Kentucky does have issues. I'm going to reassess everything if it's real ugly, because they were talking about they were going to play a new quarterback this week, all that kind of stuff. Kentucky is. So they're doing some new things over there, and you never quite know how that's going to go. But still, give me Kentucky to get the win. Okay. Jeremy Nix, Joe Powers, Vanderbilt,
Woo!
South Carolina, at night at Willie B. Sandstorm and the white towels waving everywhere, and the chicken bouncing around in the cage. They're gonna be fired up over there. And your boy Diego is like, y'all don't impress me. Y'all don't impress me. This is a game, Joe. Every year I feel like I pick Vanderbilt to beat South Carolina. I think there's a stat. Maybe if you got hands, maybe you can search it for me quicker. How many in a row? What's the winning streak? Because I think it's some kind of streak. Like South Carolina's got some kind of crazy winning streak against Vandy. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm getting them confused. But I feel like I pick this one every year and I pick Vanderbilt to win it. And South Carolina's like, you stupid. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I've got that mixed up. Maybe it's Vanderbilt and Kentucky or something. But it's one of those games where it's kind of mid-level teams. Maybe they beat South Carolina last
South
year.
Carolina. South Carolina is on a 16-game winning streak against Vanderbilt.
That's it. See,
Which
every
dates back
year.
to the 2009 season, making it the longest such streak for the Gamecocks against any opponent. The last time Vandy beat South Carolina was in 2008.
Every year I pick Vanderbilt. It feels like, because I'm like, can't go get them. And then they just can't. I don't know why. Like, it's so dumb. Like, they lose in dumb. You don't have a 16-game winning streak without losing in some dumb ways. Is this Vanderbilt team different? To not make that mistake. I want to pick Vanderbilt again. I don't know why this game does that to me.
Well, I'll tell you, history would say, and just, the force of nature would tell you that streak has to come to an end at some point. And Vanderbilt is in the best position to make that streak end this year than they have been any time in the recent past. And for those reasons, there's all kinds of ammunition for this game to be a Vandy win, especially with a spread of 3.5 and a 49.5 over under. I mean, come on. They're saying that it's going to be high scoring. And I believe that. You got two quarterbacks that'll go out there
making plays, baby.
Who's going to have the ball in their hands last to win it is what's going to happen here tonight. I think I'm going to stick with my pick with Carroll. I believe it was earlier. We'll say South Carolina by a hair. But I believe if there's any reason for Vandy to win it, this would be the year to win it.
God almighty. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go with Vanderbilt. I'm going to go with Vanderbilt because I'm thinking about that South Carolina defense, and I'm like, man, Pavia can run the ball. He can make a guy miss. I think he turned the ball over last year is how they lost. And I think Sellers is great. I love Dylan Stewart, but
I'm going with Boy Sellers, though.
I'm going to take Vanderbilt. All right, so we're different on that one. I'm going with Vanderbilt.
Right,
so there
Carol.
we go. Now this
might even be a first down measurement. Might be that much. Yeah.
This next one doesn't make any sense at all. We're just picking it because I want to. I love Wyoming. I love watching them play. Don't ask me why. I just do. And so Utah is going up there to play at Wyoming. Wyoming has the highest elevation of any college football stadium in the United States. Division I. Maybe it's Division I. Yeah, but that is way up there. It's sneaky, but it's way up there. So I We are picking this game because I love Wyoming. Who you think's going to win?
Utah.
Yeah, I think Utah's going to win too. Both teams are undefeated. I think as much as I want the Cowboys to win, I don't think they will. I think Utah's just too much. They don't have
Josh Allen anymore. I mean, they just don't.
And that's the thing. I'm not sure they can score enough to make this happen. So give me Utah. Utah wins, but we pick it just because I wanna. That's reason enough, don't you think? Just because I wanna.
I wonder if Utah wear the silver hats up there. I wonder if they'll go with the silver look.
I don't know. That'd be pretty interesting though if they did. I don't know. Have I seen those? Is it silver with a red? It's silver and red, right? Huh. I don't know. Maybe I just haven't been paying attention. All right, Joe, we come to everybody's favorite part of the show. It's that new part of the show. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
All right. Joe, this week I'm turning you loose on them Florida Gators. Now, you can give them any kind of business you want to give them. You can hype them up. You can run Billy out of town on a rail. You can tell them their season's over. You could do whatever you want. Are you ready to get after it?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Let's go, man.
I mean, this is pretty simple right here. All right, Mr. Billy Napier, Mr. 2020, coming into this point in your Florida Gator career. I don't know what to tell you. I hope that your wallet is fat and full of fluff because you're going to have plenty to sit on your cushy ass ride out of Florida. I'm going to tell you exactly the way Bob Uecker said it back in the day. He said, I led the league and go get them next time. That's exactly what you're going to do, Mr. Napier. Don't know where you're going to land, okay? It'll probably be some BCS school, and then you'll make your way back to Nevada or something like that, all right? But take the fat check. You're going to get beat this week, and then when you cry at the podium, your athletic director is going to say, we have full confidence in you while he's signing the check, and then you're going to be gone by Wednesday. So, ta-da. Thank you very much for making the headline. Appreciate it, and better luck next time.
Oh man, that's cold, bro. That's cold, bro. You're like, he's gonna be like, I support you. Turn around so I can sign it on your back. Turn around.
Yeah, let me get that right there.
That is cold blooded, right there.
The most money ever made. $17,000, and I think I made 11 of that selling other people's equipment. That's what Bob Uecker said. So that's about what Napier got. Made $20 million. Hell, I only won 20 games. I lost 20. Give me 20 mil to go to the house.
And here's the thing about that 20 wins, by the way. All of those, I mean, how many of those are against like the team they beat in week 1, Long Island University? How many of those 20 are against like Long Island University or Alcorn State or whoever? You know what I mean? Like, come on, Florida. Come on.
Sunbelt Billy. There it is. Girl 225 with me. She's with me there.
She's all over.
She got my reference.
She knows what's up. Joe, we kept everybody almost an hour and a half because we were having too much fun, had too much to say. Tell everybody what's going on for you tomorrow night. I know you're back out on the road doing your thing. Who y'all going to go see? What's going on? Where can they find you?
Oh, yeah, we got the Crosstown Rivalry game that was supposed to be a couple of weeks ago. We will be playing the East Lawrence Falcons on the road. So just across the river bridge here in Lawrence County, going to be a good showcase over there for the Dublin Fighting Irish, who got beat up last week in Waco, came away with a win, though. And you can find that all the pregame beginning, even with Herb and Raj on WRBJ Radio, kicking off at 3 o'clock. You can catch that Herb and Raj podcast. You can catch Randy's show there. You can catch Monaco, and then you can hear my pregame and all the spiel there beginning at about 5:30, 6 o'clock. We'll be on the air at 7. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, come and join it. It's going to be a lot of fun here they call it the Nest at Falcon Field over in East Lawrence here.
So Joe, tell me this: what time does all that kick off tomorrow on WRBJ?
Yeah, all the pregame, like the lineup begins at 3:00 with Herb and Raj got their podcast on at 3.
There you
And then
go.
you've got Larry Smith on there with his Sports IQ, which is a national show. So if you want to get all the what's happening today in sports, you can catch that right after Herb and Raj. And then you got Randy's podcast there. And then you go into my pregame GHSA All Access, me and John Nelson. You got Andrew Monaco in there as well from Texas A&M with his Player of the Week. And then you've got on into the game itself and kind of the pregame with the opposing coaches' interviews and my coaches' interviews and all that stuff leading up to kickoff. So
see that, everybody. So if you're at work tomorrow, whatever, if you're in a cubicle, you're near a computer, just dial it up, turn it on, whet your appetite, get yourself ready for a good weekend of college football. Because like you said, we got college games tomorrow night too. So if high school's not your flavor, that's okay. But still, just go ahead and make the last part of your day just click, click, click.
Yeah, well, we give you the good SEC kind of roundup there. You got Randy and Herb and Raj, and then you got Andrew Monaco over there with Texas A&M and all that stuff that's going on. And then you got the best in the state, the roundup with John Nelson and I doing the pregame. And then you got the national view with Larry and his Sports IQ show, which is great, by the way. If you hadn't caught that before, you can find it on WRBJ every day. But it's you're going to get everything from the SEC football. You're going to get national sports news. You're going to get the best in the high school sports world across the state with me and John Nelson from GPB, and then you'll get into the ball game there with the Falcons and Dublin. So it's a good lineup.
Joe, did you just have a flashback? Because I just had a flashback. I looked over in the chat. I saw Jeremy Nex talking about turning on some Hootie and the Blowfish. Bro, if you knew all our Hootie and the Blowfish stories, we have seen Hootie and the Blowfish all over the South, all over the place. We got stories for days. Love some Hootie Hoo. Darius back in the day. All the boys out there running around. Did y'all know? Here's a fun story.
Hey,
I
had a Budweiser with Darius Rucker.
That's right. The primary bus driver for Hootie and the Blowfish lived directly across the street from me. Like literally right across the street. He would park the big old bus. I'd be like, what's up? How long are you in town? He goes, oh, I'm picking up Darius and the boys. We're going back out on tour. He's like, I'm just home for like 36 hours and then we're going back out. He was telling us all kinds of stories. Not about Darius necessarily, but the lead guitarist. I've heard some things. I've heard some stories. Sonny, I've heard some stories. Just saying. Little living on the edge, the rock and roll lifestyle. That's what I'll say about that. He was out there having a good old time.
I always loved Dean. The bass player. He was always one of my favorites.
Hootie and the Blowfish, man. Talk about a flashback. Bang! There it is.
Right there. Actually, right there behind me. There's your Hootie. That's a Hootie shirt signed back there. A whole band signed that one back there.
Oh yeah, for real. Me. See. Look at that. There you go.
Right over my head there.
Who knew it? Hootie and the Blowfish. We got hot sauce. And we got
that's it, baby.
Fried chicken livers. That's
fried chicken livers. That's the night show.
We doing it right somehow. I don't know.
Turn in next week and you'll see what we put some hot sauce on up in here.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty good. All right, everybody, y'all know my deal. We'll be back. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, do all the things. And if you enjoy what we do, use those hype buttons, the stars, all that kind of stuff. And then, come on back next week because I do stuff all week long. Like there's videos probably going to be out on Monday and Tuesday. And then the live streams on Wednesday. And then we do this show on Thursday. New video drops on Friday. We got you covered end to end, plus all the short form. I'm just saying. Dogs all the time. SEC all the time. With that, hey, Joe, we just got to 10 thumbs up. There's a bunch of folks in the chat. There's 34 people in the chat. We earned 10 thumbs up. In case you hadn't thought about it yet, and you've been thinking about it, now'd be a good time to go ahead and hit that thumbs up. If we didn't earn it this time, come on back next week. We'll try harder. We'll see if we can get you to laugh a little bit more, get a few more thumbs up. And who knows, maybe some of these folks are over on Facebook. Could be the case. Either way, thanks for watching, y'all. Had a great time. Joe, take care of yourself. Have a great call tomorrow night. Come on, man. Can you give me a Go Dogs? You going to give me a Go Dogs?
Go Dogs!
Go Dogs! That's it. Y'all take care of yourselves. We'll see y'all next week.